Hi guys, my name is Ishan Mahajan and welcome to our podcast channel Booksummary with Ishan, where we aim to provide a summarized view of some of the amazing life-changing books under 30 minutes. Today, I'm going to summarize about a renowned book called 13 Things Mentally Strong People Don't Do by Amy Morin. Just to give you a little background about the author, Amy is a psychotherapist, mental strength trainer, and an international best selling author. This book talks about 13 things that mentally strong people don't do. So, the question is, who is a mentally strong person? The definition of mentally strong is someone who is in tune with his or her own body and emotional thoughts, and he's able to have a positive outlook on most things in life. So let's start with the first don't. That is, mentally strong people don't feel the world owes them anything. People that are mentally strong do not believe that they are entitled to certain things in life. They weren't born with the expectation that others would look for them or that the world must give them something. Rather, they seek for possibilities based on their own abilities. When someone loses their business and become indebted, they invite additional stress and anger into their lives. People who are mentally strong can easily divert their attention away from their debt. As a result, they are able to assist others in need. So, in a nutshell, people that are mentally strong keep themselves occupied by doing nice deeds. Second don't is mentally strong people don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. By far, the most harmful drug is self pity. It is addictive, provides only temporary pleasure, and disconnects people from reality. Nobody is immune to adversity. It is, however, how you respond to these situations that matters. Mentally strong people do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves. They substitute gratitude for self pity. Amy Morin uses Marla's example, an American long distance runner. In just over 2 hours, she completed the New York Marathon. Marla also holds a master's degree in teaching and is the author of a book. The fact that she is legally blind is the most astounding element of all of this. Her reluctance to wallow in self pity is the secret to her success. She's always been adamant about not labeling her disease as a handicap. Rather of focusing on what her sickness has taken away from her, she's thankful for what it has given her. Mentally strong people don't sit around feeling sorry about their circumstances or how others have treated them. Instead, they take responsibility for their role in life and understand that life isn't easy or fair. Third don't is mentally strong people don't give away their power. You give your employer control over how you think, feel, and even behave when you enable them to make you feel a certain way. No one should be able to control your emotions. You should alter your everyday vocabulary to acknowledge that the decisions you make are your own. Avoid saying things like, he irritated me, or I have to work late today. Forgiveness is one of the most important aspects of gaining control over your emotions. You enable people to limit your abilities and ruin your life when you hang to anger and resentment. As a result, it's critical to forgive people for their wrongdoings and return your attention to yourself. Like forgiveness, appreciation has psychological benefits. When individuals forgive others, their blood pressure drops. Additionally, those who practice unconditional forgiveness are likely to live longer lives. In a nutshell, mentally strong people don't allow others to control them and don't give someone else power over them. Moving to the fourth don't. Mentally strong people don't shy away from change. Instead, they welcome positive change and are willing to be flexible. They understand that the change is inevitable and believe in their abilities to adapt. It's not like certain folks are stronger than others, it's just that some individuals are adaptable and others aren't. Judge Greg is a great example of someone who is psychologically tough. As a youngster, he was arrested multiple times and told his dying mother that he would change. He began working at McDonald's after being released from jail on probation and was finally accepted to Eastern Michigan University and then to law school. He was, however, forbidden from working as a lawyer due to his criminal past. It would have been simple to let this old stumbling blocks get his way. Mathis, on the other hand, was always open to change even if it appeared unlikely. He and his wife started a non-profit organization after working as the manager of Detroit neighborhood city halls. This group assisted young people in finding employment. He was chosen a judge by the people of Detroit a few years later. Mathis' success is a tribute to one of the traits of mentally strong people, that is, accepting change. But how do you accept change? The first step is to decide whatever change in your life you would want to make. Consider how you would feel if you made this adjustment. Negative sensations and ideas should be given specific attention. You may construct a strategy for effective transformation once you have learned to disregard these sort of thinking. There are 5 steps to it. Number 1, make a 30-day goal for yourself. Number 2, make everyday tangible adjustments in your behavior to assist you achieve your objective. Number 3, make a note of potential roadblocks along the route. Number 4, establish a system of accountability. And number 5, track your progress. Be more mindful of your feelings around change and use the 5 steps to prepare for change. In doing so, you will be on your way towards your goal. Fifth don't is mentally strong people don't waste energy on things they can't control. You won't hear a mentally strong person complaining over lost luggage or traffic jams. Instead, they focus on what they can control in their lives. They recognize that sometimes the only thing they can control is their attitude. When you feel your life is out of control, take out a piece of paper and draw a horizontal line through the middle. In the top section, write what I can't control. In the bottom section, write the things what I can control. When populating the top section, remember you can't control what has happened. However, you can control what you focus on, what things mean, and how you behave. After you have listed the things you can and can't control, rip off the top section. Moving to 6 don't. Mentally strong people don't worry about pleasing others every time. Trying to please everyone might have a detrimental influence on mental strength. Let's say you are overly concerned about pleasing people. In such scenario, you should learn to make decisions and act in ways that are consistent with your principles, even if it means disappointing or offending others. When you understand that you won't be able to please everyone, you grow stronger and more courageous when faced with the prospect of displeasing others. So, mentally strong people recognize that they don't need to please everyone all the time. They are not afraid to say no or speak up when necessary. They strive to be kind and fair but can handle other people being upset if they didn't make them happy. 7 don't is Mentally strong people don't fear taking calculated risks. They don't take chances that are irresponsible or dumb, but they are willing to take measured risks. Before making a major decision, mentally strong individuals spend time considering the risks and advantages, and they are completely aware of the potential drawbacks. Many individuals are afraid of taking chances. You must carefully analyze life decisions and assess risks. As a result, learning how to limit risks and identify which risks are worth the rewards is critical. Consider the following questions while calculating risks. What are the possible costs? What are the potential benefits? How will this affect my goals? What are the alternatives? What is the best and the worst thing that may happen? How much will this matter in 5 years? You may evaluate and scrutinize the answers to these questions if you write them down. This will later assist you in calculating the risks and making a decision. Taking risks and stepping outside of your comfort zone makes you stronger. Perhaps those risks aren't as scary as you once imagined. Additionally, begin to practice taking risks and facing your fears. Open yourself up to new opportunities and start facing your fears. 8 don't is mentally strong people don't dwell on the past. Many individuals are tormented by their pasts and their ancestors' legacies. Regardless of one's roots, though, it is possible to discover productive solutions to go ahead. Take, for example, Fiona, a social worker and activist. She grew up in a tiny Vermont community with a sexually and physically violent father. Watt kept quiet about the abuse and focused on getting ahead in school and getting out of her community. She married at a very young age of 17 and began driving a truck alongside her spouse. However, as she worked hard to set herself free, others in the family struggled. Watt made the decision that things needed to change. She returned to university in Vermont and spent all of her leisure time studying. Vaughn earned a legal degree after putting in a lot of effort. She developed Have Justice Will Travel, a traveling legal service for rural families coping with domestic violence issues, with some financial assistance. Watt's action demonstrate a critical mental strength mentality. Accepting the past does not imply acting as if certain events never occurred. You must accept and forgive the past so that you can build on it the present. Point don't is mentally strong people don't make the same mistake again and again. Mentally strong individuals don't just pick themselves up and walk away. They took a time to figure out why they slid off first. You are less likely to revert to your old habits if you own and analyze your blunders. By assuming that a mistake you have made was made by someone else, you will find it easier to own and examine it. Determine the variables that contributed to the error, including thoughts, behaviors, and external influences. Then, for the next time similar ideas, behaviors, and external causes emerge, write an alternative action. So, mentally strong people accept responsibility for their behavior and learn from their past mistakes. As a result, they don't keep repeating the same mistakes over and over. Instead, they move on and make better decisions in the future. The 10th don't is mentally strong people don't resent other people's success. Feelings of envy may develop when you observe a coworker obtain a promotion. While this is natural, feeling envious of others' success can lead to resentment, which can cause you to lose focus on your goals. Instead, get over your envy of others people's success and figure out how to use it to your advantage. Let's look at Milton Hershey as an example. While still working at Hershey's chocolate business, his employee H.B. Rees started a rival confectionery company in the same city. Hershey, on the other hand, did not grow enraged or resentful. Instead, he lent Rees his entire support and enabled him to conduct his tests with Hershey's milk chocolate. During his research, Rees invented a peanut butter cup encased in Hershey's milk chocolate. Rather of seeing each other's business as competitors, the two men congratulated each other on their achievements. They took advantage of each other's strength. They played to their own talents, and in the end, they both developed successful business. The two men continued to collaborate throughout their lifetimes, and the two companies eventually merged after their death. When people enjoy and celebrate their achievement, it attracts other successful people, allowing for collaboration and continuing success. 11 don't is mentally strong people don't give up after the first failure. They don't view failure as a reason to give up. Instead, they use failure as an opportunity to grow and improve. They are willing to keep trying until they get it right. Many people are paralyzed by their fear of failing. Many people want to avoid failing at all costs. Therefore, they are hesitant to take risks. Almost every success story, on the other hand, begins with a long journey of failure. Simply said, individuals that succeed see their setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow. Failure is inevitable part of the journey to achievement and an indication that you are being tested and you are on the right path. Moving to the 12 don't. Mentally strong people don't fear alone time. Mentally strong people can tolerate being alone and they don't fear silence. They aren't afraid to be alone with their thoughts and they can use downtime to be productive. They enjoy their own company and aren't dependent on others for companionship and entertainment all the time, but instead, they can be happy alone. On most days, you are probably surrounded by noise. Many people try to keep the noise levels up by watching television. They are trying to fill those awkward silences, but by doing so, you are missing out a wonderful chance. Spending time alone and silently helps in refreshment, rejuvenation, inspiration, and reflection according to research. Avoid using technology or listening to music to drown your thoughts. Instead, strengthen your mental fortitude by setting aside 10 minutes each day to be with your feelings. You might ponder about your life objectives and see if you are on the pace to fulfill them during these 10 minutes. You might also utilize this time to consider new objectives or desires. To visualize the life you want, use visualization techniques. You may even take your mindfulness to the next level by practicing meditation to become at ease in silence. Meditation has been demonstrated in studies to modify the anatomy of the brain via controlling cognition and emotion. Meditation has also been shown to help people who suffer from breathing problem, cancer, sleepiness, chronic pain, and cardiovascular disorders. Moving to the last don't. Mentally strong people don't expect immediate results. Whether they are working on improving their health or getting a new business off the ground, mentally strong people don't expect immediate results. Instead, they apply their skills and time to the best of their ability and understand that real changes takes time. In a 1972 study, researchers looked at whether people kept their New Year's resolution. After 15 weeks, 25% of the individuals had abandoned their resolutions according to the study. That number had dropped to barely 1 week in similar 1989 study. Our aims and expectations are unreasonable, which is one of the root problem. Here are some easy guidelines to help you develop each achievable goals. Number 1, don't expect change to be simple. Accept the fact that achieving your goal will be difficult from the outset. You will have a better chance of succeeding if you just accept that it will be difficult. Number 2, to achieve your goal, don't set a firm time frame. It's a good idea to have a rough notion of when you would like to receive your results, but don't make it all or nothing situation. Finally, number 3, don't expect that reaching your goal would magically transform your life. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Stay tuned, and we will be right back with another book summary.